Do you believe in superpowers or magic? Whether you believe it or not, some animals appear to have these natural superpowers which make them real superheroes. Or supervillains if you ask their prey. Here is a list of 9 animals with superpowers way cooler than X-Men. All of us know hyenas as supervillains from the Lion King series. But in our opinion, hyenas are one of the most misunderstood and underappreciated species in the animal kingdom. Hyenas are sometimes portrayed as stupid and dull, probably due to a misinterpretation of their laughter. However, they exhibit surprising intelligence that beats that of most wild animals in Africa. Hyenas' intelligence is likely to have evolved in a similar way to our own, with complex social behaviors playing a big part in brain evolution. Spotted hyenas outperformed chimps in studies when it came to collective or group problem solving, indicating that hyena intelligence may even outperform that of the giant apes in some ways. They also have a stomach made of steel. Okay, not literally, but they can devour a wide variety of wildlife, from wildebeests and birds to lizards and snakes, whether they have hunted it themselves or they are feasting on a rotting corpse. Their jaws are even capable of crushing bones. Hooves, horns, and hair are the only things they can't eat. Everything else is on the menu for them. As a pet owner, you may have had the strange feeling that your dog knows your innermost thoughts or can predict your next move before you do it. The majority of people dismiss these events as nothing more than a strange coincidence. But is there more to it? According to researcher Dr. Rupert Sheldrake, dogs have perceptive abilities that extend beyond the 5 senses, including telepathy, a super sense of direction, and the ability to predict events. Dogs, man's closest companion, have the gift of absolute instinct. They are thought to have telepathic abilities that grow stronger the more time they spend with humans. However, some dogs were better at reading people than others. Shelter dogs performed poorly compared to pampered home dogs, suggesting that increased exposure to humans allowed dogs to improve their natural people-reading abilities. So if you think your dog doesn't understand what you are saying, you are wrong. They almost always know what's going on. Okay, we'll be honest, the sea cucumber isn't exactly the sea's most beautiful creature, although the creature is named after the long, tube-shaped vegetable with a clean smell and crisp flavor. The animal is nothing like that in real life. In fact, it looks like a pickle with a very bad skin condition. It crawls along the bottoms of sandy floors and can look like a ridged, knobbly, or even spiny, big sea slug depending on the species. Sea cucumbers have no brain, only a ring of nerves around its mouth that extends to its tentacles as well as down the length of its body. Having no brain doesn't mean you can call sea cucumbers stupid or talentless. Sea cucumbers have a very special ability. These animals can change from a solid to a liquid and back again. This means that spotting them is a job and a half for predators and enemies. Sea cucumbers do eat dead and waste stuff, including carcasses and feces, but that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's a necessary part of keeping the world's oceans clean. After cleaning all that garbage out of the water, sea cucumbers throw out wonderful, clean, sandy substrate. In that way, they're like marine earthworms, recycling decomposing debris and aerating the bottom. Sea cucumbers serve as the ocean's janitors. They are also called caretakers because they look after the ocean in which they live. Sadly, gratitude does not exist in the wild. While sea cucumbers provide a service to its fellow water creatures, many of them regard the soft, slow animal as a simple, fast meal. To avoid predators, some species dig into the sand, but this takes a lot of time, and they can't stay buried forever. Fortunately, the sea cucumber has another hidden skill that isn't visible when it's happily snagging trash or pooping its way across a reef. Cucumbers have one of the most amazing defense mechanisms, but it's also very gross. They tighten their muscles and evacuate some of their internal organs out of their butts, emitting a deadly toxin and tangling predators. They actually poop their guts out to kill their enemies. Later, the ejected organs are regenerated and the janitor goes about its job. We give far too much credit to parrots' ability to mimic human speech. To be honest, they have nothing on the Australian lyrebird. While it is not known to be able to imitate human speech, the tremendous range of natural and artificial sounds it can imitate is incredible. Like most other birds, it does this to attract a mate. Its unique song is a composition that includes bits and pieces from other birds' songs. The kookaburra, for example, has a very particular sound that the lyrebird can perfectly imitate, fooling even the real kookaburras. Even more amazing is the lyrebird's ability to mimic artificial noises. You won't have to wonder whether a lyrebird had ever encountered humans or not when you hear it mimic car alarms, engine noises, phone ringtones, chainsaws, and even crying babies. Macaws have got nothing on this one. These tiny animals are considered nature's toughest creatures since killing them is nearly impossible. They can withstand high temperatures ranging from minus 458 degrees Fahrenheit to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, as well as pressures of up to 40,000 kPa. In other words, these tiny creatures can lift cars. You can now imagine them performing push-ups while carrying a car on their backs, just like in cartoons. They can also survive for more than 30 years without food or water. Sounds unbelievable? We assure you, we are not making this up. They can resist pressures of up to 6,000 atmospheres and can also survive being in space. These abilities were revealed in 2007 when the European Orbit Agency and Russia launched the Photon M3 mission into space with a group of tardigrades aboard. And the creatures not only survived, but also retained their reproductive capabilities. They have been known as the most resilient animal on the Earth ever since. It is no surprise to see octopus on this list. They are really intelligent animals and they have not just one but too many superpowers your favorite superheroes can only dream of. These mimic octopuses are just like the real-life Beast Boy of Teen Titans. These octopuses are great at camouflage and impersonation. The mimic octopus can not only blend in with its surroundings to avoid predators, but it can also mimic another animal. What sets this tiny octopus apart from its cousins is that, while most of them can only imitate one type of animal, the mimic octopus can change into a variety of creatures and flip between them in the blink of an eye. Shapeshifters don't just exist in comics, y'all. Squids are the magicians of the sea. They swim, they shine, and they astonish scientists with their wild superpowers. Scientists are astounded by the squid's superpowers. Squid, which ranges in size from fingerlings to sea monsters, resemble aliens in more ways than one. The octopuses and cuttlefish, two other major genera of cephalopods, share this feature. Those cousins are no less remarkable, but recent news and studies have highlighted that the incredible abilities of squids are something truly special. One of the most exceptional features of squid that distinguishes them from all other species is that they communicate with each other through light. Hundreds of human-sized Humboldt squid can feed on a patch of finger-length lanternfish 1,500 feet beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean. The predators zip past one another with incredible precision, never colliding or battling for food. How do they maintain such order in the near darkness of the twilight zone of the ocean? A graduate student named Benjamin Burford discovered that this incredible species had light-producing structures in its muscles. The squid uses these organs to send light signals to each other. The animal can provide a backlight for changeable pigmentation patterns on their skin. As a result, they can produce a flashing signal. Perfect teamwork may not seem like a superpower to some of you, but it's something businesses would pay tons of cash to possess. Mantis shrimp have the most powerful eyes on the planet. The eyes are placed on movable stalks with 3 focal centers on each of them and function independently. Mantis shrimp don't just have Superman vision. They are just as strong as Superman. It wouldn't be wrong to call them Superman of the Sea World. Their front claws are also meant to be deadly killing machines. These little animals kill by punching as hard and as quickly as a gunshot. These strong, hammer-like claws are not extremely sharp, but can also accelerate from a standstill to 53 miles per hour. Some larger species are even capable of shattering a glass aquarium. Scientists usually keep them in sturdy plastic cages. For a creature so tiny, that kind of power is astonishing. But how does such a small package deliver such a powerful punch? The shrimp's arms are hinged and folded away under its head, ready to unfold like a spring-like lock-in. When an unsuspecting target comes close, the shrimp releases its latch and pushes its lower arm forward quickly. They may look like the quiet kid in class, but anyone trying to pick at them is in for a rude shock.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
Terrytopsis draney, a jellyfish species, is the only animal known to possess this power. It can go back to its polyp structure and start fresh, which means that they are almost immortal. Terrytopsis draney is just around 4.5 millimeters across when fully developed, about the size of a pinky nail. In the heart of its clear bell is a bright red stomach with up to 90 white tentacles lining the edges. These small, transparent animals have a remarkable ability to survive. They take a step back in their development phase, converting back into a polyp when they are starving or hurt physically. The born-again polyp colony eventually blooms and releases medusae that are genetically similar to the damaged adults, in a process that resembles immortality. Since the discovery of this occurrence in the 1990s, the species has been dubbed the immortal jellyfish. Not everyone gets a second chance in life, but the immortal jellyfish gets infinite chances. Isn't that a bit unfair? This brings our video to an end. If you like this video, then give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And also press the bell icon to receive the latest updates to learn more fun facts about animals and insects. Tell us in the comment section whose superpower you like the most. And if you were given a choice, what would you choose as your superpower? See you in the next video. Ciao.